New survey from you from MasterCard. More people now worried about a hack attack than a home break-in. 77% of people are now saying they're more worried about having their financial information hacked. Only 59% say they're worried about someone physically breaking in. And there are major reasons why people are worried. This is not crazy stuff. Listen, more than 22 million Social Security numbers, they were stolen by cyber hackers, probably from China, who hacked into the Office of Personnel Management. Joining us now, Congressman Ron DeSantis, a Republican from Florida. You know, I know that there's a lot of chatter down there about getting rid of the head of the Office of Personnel Management, but I think Americans want a lot more than that. They want to feel comfortable that, A, something's done about the information that's already been stolen, and what's going to happen to protect us in the future.
Well, Charles, you're absolutely right, and I don't think most Americans appreciate the magnitude of this. It's the cyber equivalent of Pearl Harbor or 9/11, and may even be a cyber equivalent on a scale greater than that. You're talking about 20+ million individual files, and those security clearances that some of those individuals submitted, those have the names of family, friends, associates, and that is a treasure trove for counterintelligence. So the damage that's been done has been incalculable. I think that, yes, I do think she needs to go, because you can't have a bureaucracy in which nobody's ever held accountable. That doesn't solve the problem going forward. I think two things. One is the government needs to mitigate the damage that's been done. A lot of that is going to be done on the classified side, so we're not necessarily going to have hearings about that, but that's obviously very important. And then going forward, I mean, it's just clear, you know, they can't do 2 and 2 together with getting these systems operating, but I can't ask somebody to provide all this information and then potentially risk their life for the U.S. government. The government's not even going to be able to keep the stuff secret.
Yeah, but Congressman Tom Sullivan here, I'll tell you, a few months back, my bank called me and said, hey, somebody's used your card fraudulently, so we're sending you a new one overnight. In other words, there was no skin off of my nose. The bank took the hit. It's going to cost them. People aren't upset about all of this because the bank just fixes everything for them.
Well, that's how it is now, and we've passed legislation in the Congress. I hope it could get through the Senate that will allow the government to share some of the cyber threats with the private sector, because you could see something very, very catastrophic in which the bank wouldn't simply be able to write it off, and that's really the great fear. I'm hoping that it doesn't get to that we can actually do things to prevent or mitigate the damage going forward. But you're right, this whole thing about just getting a new credit card, when you start talking about state secrets, you start talking about these sensitive files, this is on a whole nother level than what people deal with every day.
Well, sir, we really hope that the administration, which obviously had a deaf ear, which led to this, at least will listen to what's going on. Let's start from scratch and make sure and keep America safer. We applaud your efforts down there. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well, let's take another